Hi guys, Smurf Overlord here. I want to let you know real quick that I will be reading a couple things off of a piece of paper here because I want to make sure I get everything down. I am outside right now, obviously you can tell, so sorry, my brain is very scattered. I've been having a rough couple of years, actually a rough year. Anyway, I haven't been on YouTube for a couple of years now because just a lot of things have been happening and they are still currently happening, and I'm just getting overwhelmed. In this video, I want to discuss what is currently going on with my mom. It all started in June of 2018. She has an allergy to mushrooms. Now, she accidentally, somehow, ate part of or was in contact, or you know how it works with allergies. If it even touches something that you're allergic to, you automatically go into anaphylactic shock, and then you have to get to the rest of the ER, and then they end up stabbing you with that pen so hard. And she was treated and sent home that very day. And then about a week and a half later, she started noticing some weakness in one of her legs, her left leg, if I remember right. I think it is. I think it's her left leg. She dismissed it. She thought it was no big deal. She thought maybe it was just because that's the leg that they stabbed her with, you know, with the EpiPen. That's where they stabbed her. She dismissed it, thinking that it was no big deal, so she finished out her summer job. Then sometime in late November, she was rushed to the ER by an ambulance. She arrived and she was unconscious, she was unresponsive, and the doctors thought that maybe she had a stroke or some sort of stroke or a stroke-like thing. And she stayed in the hospital for about 3, maybe 4 days. And once she was discharged, they made her use a walker because, sorry, got a quote here. They started using a walker due to profound weakness in her left side, which is why they thought she had a stroke, because, you know, strokes represent, you know, left side, you can't feel your arm, whole face starts getting droopy. And then she used that walker for about 3 months. During the months of November, from November, that's when she got rushed to the ambulance to the ER, all the way to March of this year. She was in and out of the hospital. She was in and out of the ER due to dizziness and memory loss. I mean, sorry, it's difficult to talk about because this is still going on, and honestly, we're at the point where we don't know what to do. But yeah, she was having memory issues. She sometimes she would carry on a conversation and then she'll completely forget what she was talking about, and then she'd restart the whole conversation over again. Or she would talk to me, and then she would forget that she talked to me that day or what she talked about. You know, she had lapses in her memory, and they just could not figure out what was going on. In March, this March actually, she finally received a diagnosis, and it's called, and I swear to God, I am going to mispronunciate this, so I am going to spell it after I pronounce it, and then I will also leave a link of this disease in the description down below, just so you guys can learn about it and what she's going through. It's called Hashimoto encephalopathy. Yeah, see, it's one of those words. Hashimoto encephalopathy. Hashimoto, Hashimoto, encephalopathy. Say that 7 times. Encephalopathy. which is basically an uncommon syndrome associated with Hashimoto thyroiditis, which, you know, the hyper and hypo type deal. You guys, when I was told what she was diagnosed with, I'm like, no, you know, I'm thinking, I didn't realize that there could be multiple symptoms of thyroiditis. I knew about the hyper and I knew about the hypo because I have a friend who has hypothyroidism, but I never knew that this could be a thing. They began putting her on high doses of steroids. During the first 2 weeks, we saw major improvement. I mean, she wasn't having any muscle spasms, or as they call it, it was reduced body tremors, was what they said. She was able to carry on conversations with less confusion, so she was able to remember that, yeah, oh yeah, I talked to her about this, or oh yeah, I called her today, and so on. She was able to walk on her own, which was amazing. We didn't have to, you know, see her struggle just to walk in the store, or, you know, walk to the porch, or just walking in general. She was able to do that by herself, and we were so happy because we thought, yes, this is working. Yes, we don't have, you know, yay. However, we started noticing some side effects. And some of the side effects were her dizziness that is associated with her disease got worse, to the point to where she'd be cooking dinner and all of a sudden she would be on the floor because she just couldn't stand. She couldn't, it was like being on a you know how you go on, I think it's called the Gravitron, and you get on there and they spin and spin and spin and spin and spin so fast, and then you get off and it's like the whole world just tilted and you're just like, okay, I need to sit down. It's like that, except imagine it like maybe 10 times worse. She started getting maybe 3 hours of sleep, which we all know is not good. You need at least 8 hours of sleep in order for your brain to fully function like it should. So she was only getting 3 hours of sleep. She started eating excessively. Now, and by excessively, I mean she was eating like a linebacker. And this, my mom is like maybe 120 soaking wet, and she's like she's like a twig. She's like thin. And I'm seeing her pack away all this food and everything, and I'm thinking, oh, okay, maybe she, you know, this is, she just started eating a lot. But she wasn't gaining any weight, which is why we were getting more concerned, because that means that her body was burning all this food that she was eating, and it just, she went from being a healthy 120, 125 to now she's maybe, I want to say 105, maybe, if that, which is not good. I mean, her ideal body weight is around 130, so she's already under that, and that can cause major damage to your organs, especially if you're underweight. I mean, so now recently, she had a flare-up, is what they called it. They call it a flare-up, which means that there has been more damage done to everything, I guess. What she has is a very rare, very uncommon disease, so they don't know exactly how to explain that, oh, you know, like if you drink alcohol, it's going to do damage to your kidney, or if you smoke a lot, you're going to do damage to your lung. No, with this disease, they don't know exactly how it affects and what organs it affects, because it's so rare that no one's actually had any major information to do with it, because it was only discovered in, I think, in 1966 or whatever, so they don't know what. And my mom used to be a very active person, and now because of this, she can no longer walk on her own. Because of this flare-up, she's stuck. She needs a wheelchair to get to and from places. She needs a walker when she's at home so she can get to and from the bathroom. She she needs help with daily activities. If she wanted to get to the bathroom, she would need someone to help her out of the bed, to get to the toilet, to hold her there so she doesn't fall over. Basically, any daily activity that you or I do on a daily basis by ourselves, she can no longer do. She needs help in order to do that. And I just had her visit with me today, and I saw my stepdad bringing her up. And by the time I got to the door, I noticed that, she was leaning on him. And I'm thinking to myself, oh God, she tripped. I think, oh God, she injured herself. And then my stepdad goes, no. It's because of the flare-up. Now, because they've been taking her off the steroids. I mean, she was at, I think, 50 milligrams of steroids, and now they're slowly weaning her off those steroids. And we are noticing the side effects from not being on the steroids because they were helping her. I mean, she had dizziness and she was excessively eating and everything. But, at least she was able to walk on her own, which she was so proud. She was so happy that she didn't need help to do anything, regarding daily activities and everything. And now, because it got her taking off these steroids and everything, it's just getting very, very, very rough. And I don't know how. Yeah. Obviously I don't know what more I can do. And then I literally found out that my stepdad lost his job. Not lost. I wouldn't say lost. It's not like they fired him or anything. But because my mom needs so much help, he can't work. He can't leave her alone for 8 to 10 hours a day because something could happen. She could have another flare-up. She could try to get to the bathroom and hurt herself somehow, and therefore they don't have any income coming in whatsoever. None whatsoever. And DHS, my local DHS here, denied him of becoming her caretaker. Why? Because they're married. So they have no income coming in. And DHS basically is saying that, oh, you're on your own. Sorry, we can't help you because you're married. Tell me how that makes sense. My mom has a major disease, and you're telling me that you can't help because they're married. I'm going off a little bit off script. I mean, I got like a whole page here, but I'm like I was going to try and stick to the script right here, but now that I'm out in the open and I'm talking about it, I'm getting frustrated. I'm getting angry. I'm getting upset because my mom is suffering and there's nothing I can do and there's something DHS can do and they're doing nothing. We did find out, my mom has been seeing another doctor called Dr. Sweeney, and she said that she could go to the Mayo Clinic. Now, the Mayo Clinic does not accept Medicare. They don't accept that. Guess how much it is for her just to see the doctor, not for them to prescribe her anything or give her the treatment she needs, just to see the doctor, just for her to get her foot in the door, for a doctor to see her, to say, oh yeah, you need this and this and this. Guess how much? I'll give you a minute. I highly doubt that you'll be able to guess exactly how much money they want for her just to see the doctor. Oh wait. You guess? $5,000. That's right. $5,000 for her to see the doctor before they even help her. It gets worse. Oh, it gets more worse. Whew. That's before prescription. That is before testing. That is $5,000 just to see the bloody doctor. That's it. The treatment that Dr. Sweeney said that she would need is called an IVIG. Now the cost for that is freaking insane. I thought granted $5,000 just to see the doctor is insane. It is insane. Gets worse. They want the price ranges depending on the person's weight, the number of infusions they may need, and it's not also, the price that they want is not including costs such as a hospital stay if she can't do at home IVIGs. They want $5,000 to $10,000 for just the IVIG. Now that is for a month. Between $10,000 to $15,000 for a month. Now, if she receives this treatment, she will get, according to the statistics or whatever you want to call it that the doctors come up with and everything else, this treatment, she'll go into intermission depending on how aggressive her disease is and everything, 6 months to a year. Okay, now $5,000 just to see the doctor, $5,000 to $10,000 for the doses. That's not including hospital stay. So do that for 6 months. You're looking at, and I'm gonna round, between what, $60,000 to $90,000 for 6 months. How the hell is that possible when there's no income coming in for that family because he can't work due to her disease? She can't be left alone. He can't become her caretaker. They can't pay a caretaker to come in and help her because they don't have the money. And now they're saying, oh, well, you got to come up with another, come on, give us that green. Explain that to me. I don't even know what to say at this point. I am so enraged that there is an actual treatment for my mom's disease and they want a shit ton of money. And if she doesn't get this treatment, she's going to get worse. To the point to where she may be bedridden. To the point to where she may not be able to use the bathroom. She might need a catheter. And all I can think of is they have Medicaid, they have Medicaid or Medicare, and Mayo Clinic won't accept it. Sorry, we accept cash only. Really? So my family and I are doing what we can. We're giving them a little bit of money at a time, you know, doing what we can. But it's not working. I mean, $50 may fill their gas tank and get her to one doctor's appointment. I mean, so my grandmother made up a GoFundMe account. So we're hoping that might help some. I mean, we're just hoping at this point. I mean, there's not much that we can do. We've done everything. I mean, if the only way that my mom will ever get this treatment, the only way that this disease will go into intermission is if my mom wins the lottery, or if my grandma or I or one of us in the family wins the lottery, then she'll hopefully go into intermission. And it's making me so mad, so upset that I'm seeing my mom, who was a very active person in her life, she can't do anything. She can't even cook. Because if she cooks, she might forget. You know? And yeah, I think I might end the video here because I'm just, I don't know what else to do. If you guys want to donate, you know, go ahead. I will leave the link in the description below. I will also leave the link for her disease, what it's called, what all the information about it, and a link if you want to know about it. If you have any questions regarding anything, you know, hit me up. I'll answer as soon as I can, but at this point there's not much we can do because we're not rich. And the fact that they are asking for all this money makes me so upset, so angry. Yeah. So, like I said, if you guys know anything about the Mayo Clinic, or if you guys have any information, tidbits, anything, if you guys want to donate, just hit me up and I will get a hold of you, or I'll reply to you or whatever as soon as I can, as soon as I get that message. Alright, well, I hope your guys' day goes a little bit better. I will be trying to update you guys more on my mom's condition. I will also be uploading another video regarding what happened during my time of being off the YouTube, because something happened to me and then happened to my mom, and now everything's all hectic and chaos and crazy, and I'm just like, I'm in the stratosphere going crazy. There I am. Yep. But yeah, hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you guys all in the next video. Bye.